Hello everyone, and welcome to So Many Games for All Time. My name is Joachim, and today we will be playing Marvel United Multiverse, as you can see over there. Now, before we start off, I have to say I'm still a kind of like a newbie. I played the base game, the original game, a couple of times, but not a lot. So when I played before, I've never played with the equipment. I haven't played with the battle plans. I haven't played with the commander solo mode. So all those things are new to me. So yeah, we'll see how well I do in the end. So in the multiverse, there's a bunch of new heroes. The villain that we'll be fighting today is the Cosmic Ghost Rider, because that's what they suggest in the rulebook. If you're a beginner, you should play against him. And as a hero, I chose Loki because since we're playing solo mode, the commander solo mode, you're actually taking Loki, and then you are taking 4 support heroes. You're taking 3 cards that have special text on there of those of each hero, and then you create a separate deck. So basically, when it's my turn to play a card, I can either take a card of my own deck, or I take a card from here. Okay. Then there's also the thing of battle plans. So you either have a value of 2, 1, or 0, depending on how difficult you want to make it. I'm a beginner, so I took 2. So you have a choice of all these battle plans that are value 2s and 1s. So in this case, I got 2 1s for the value of 2 together, of course. So that's what I'll be starting with. I'll talk more about them later on. And I think that is the gist of what's different, I feel. Now, there's a bunch of tokens here. Some tokens will not be used because they're for certain heroes, but I just put everything out. Give an idea, like these are the Dr. Doom tokens, but we're not playing with Dr. Doom. So it is what it is. So for all you who have never played Marvel United before, it's a very straightforward game. There is a villain. The villain tries to win. You have heroes, in this case, 1 hero with support, and you're trying to stop him. You'll be going to different locations. You'll be saving civilians, rescuing them. When you rescue them, they'll go here. When all of these are covered, this card will go away, and one of these 3 will be unlocked. You will also be beating thugs, which will only take 1 damage to defeat. They're here and there and so on. When you defeat them, they go here, and then that card will go away. Then you've got threats to clear. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threats. These are these cards. So once you put 3 of these star tokens, which I have already forgotten what it means. What is the name of the star token? Heroic tokens. Yeah. So when you do a heroic feat, you can spend it here. If there's 3 of them there, it'll go away and it will reveal a location action that you can do. But more importantly, the skull, the threat will come here. If you've cleared 4, then that card will go away. So in the beginning, we will start with the villain doing a turn. Then I'll be able to do 3 turns in a row, and then the villain again, 3 turns, villain, 3 turns, and you create this long storyline. Okay. Now, in this case, with the villain, after you, well, in general, if one of these cards is fixed, they'll become under pressure, and then they will act after 2 cards. So it doesn't matter if it's this one, or this one. You just move it to the right. So if you complete this one, then this one will come to the right. Here it is. All right, very straightforward. If 2 of them are finished, then the villain is now vulnerable to damage because this is his life. He's got 5 life because we look at the 2 players. Now, in the original solo mode, where you would look at 3 players. But in this case, you look at 2 players, so he's got 5. So after 2 of these are gone, I can damage him and hopefully take him out. If all 3 of them are gone, I can immediately draw 1 card. Now, that's important because these 3 cards are also my life. If the villain manages to damage me and I can't block it, I will remove 1 card of my available cards. All 3 of them could potentially be gone, which then means I lose the game. Okay. So the villain will be jumping around. They'll be doing stuff, and they'll be doing BAM as well. BAM will be on these cards. BAM is a special action. In this case, for example, deal 1 damage to each hero in Cosmic Ghost Rider's location. Then you will discover discard one thug from his and both adjacent locations, and then for each thug you removed, you will add points to his villainous plot. The punishment track. If he ever reaches 20, he will win. Okay, and then also we'll do the BAM of the location where he's at. So, example here, if there are no civilians there, you add one, or here, if there are no thugs there, you add one. Then you've also got overflow. Whenever you need to add a civilian or a thug and you cannot, then overflow is triggered. So in this case, if you can't add those, then increase the punishment track by 2. So it doesn't matter if you have to add like 5 and you can't, it's always just going to be 2. All right, the number doesn't matter. If it's at one location and you can't add it, it's +2. If it's 2 locations and you can't add them, it will be +4, and so on, of course. Now this, of course, will be more dangerous later on once it becomes after 2 cards instead of 3. Okay. Okay. So what else is there that's different? Well, that is, well, not different, but what else is there to talk about? That is these battle plans. For example, I chose well armed and better preparation. Each supporting hero card. So these are the supporting heroes with any punch basically at the bottom. So attack gives you 1 extra attack action when you play it in the storyline. So basically, if I have this one, it'll actually be 2 damage instead of 1. And then better preparation. When you play a supporting hero card, you can forfeit all of its actions and special effects to gain 2 tokens. So you wouldn't do it as a card, but you get 2 tokens of your choice. So for example, instead of 1 move, you will get maybe 2 move tokens, or a move and heroic action, and so on. So those are my 2 battle plans that I have. Also, we are playing with equipment, and Loki has equipment. He has his scepter. Now, even if he didn't have a scepter, you could get a generic piece of equipment from the box. Or if you have more than 3 equipment, which apparently can happen, then you have to choose 3 of them and keep them. Now, in this case, use on your turn, add 2 thugs in any location and perform 2 damage or 2 hits in any other location. Then turn this face down. So when it is face down, it says at the beginning of your turn, discard 2 action tokens to turn this face up, which of course is very expensive, those tokens. Okay, so basically that's the game. We've been moving around. So how is the solo different? In the original game, the solo was first of all, we're at 3 here instead of 2, but you chose 3 heroes, you shuffle them together, you draw 5, and you just play as if you're playing 1 hero. They're all like connected. In this case, however, the Commander solo mode, you have your own deck. You choose 1 hero. There's only 1 mini. In this case, it is Loki. I chose Loki because we have the TVA headquarters, so I thought that was suitable. So we'll just say that Cosmic Ghost Rider is a variant, and Loki's hunting him down. So you have your own deck, and then you have these 2 cards. Now, on your turn, you will either draw a card and add it to here and play one of these, or you play one of these 2. Okay. Now, I played this once before we recorded, and I lost. Why? Because I used too many Loki cards. So at the end, I ran out of cards here, and I didn't run out of cards here, and I lost. Now, you can run out of cards of supporting heroes, that's fine, but if you run out of cards of your main hero, you lose. So obviously, I didn't use enough of these. I was being very sparingly with them, which was a bad idea. Also, I used a different battle plan last time, which was calling for help. When you play a supporting hero card at any time during your turn, you may automatically rescue 1 civilian in your location, which was pretty awesome, actually. Okay, so I think we can start now. Let's reveal the first card. Cosmic Ghost Rider. So he is going to move 4 spots and then bang. So he's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 clockwise, and then do bam. So first of all, here, deal 1 damage to each hero. There's no one there. But then he will discard 1 thug here, 1 thug here. There's nothing here, luckily. And then he'll get +2 here. And then it says, if there are no civilians in this location, add 1 to it, but there is one, so there nothing happens. And then he will add civilians to 2 locations. So he'll add 2 civilians here. And he will add 2 civilians here. There we go. So that's his turn. Now I get to play 3 cards. Now there is an extra rule with these solo commander. You cannot, the first card after a villain card cannot be a supporting cost. So we can't play that. So I have to start one of these. Now obviously where I am, it is full of people. So playing a punch card does actually nothing for me because I would be punching nothing, I'm punching air. So I'm just going to do this one, because that allows me to either put something here or remove one. Now I don't want to have any overflow stuff, so I'm going to save one of these guys, put it here. And then, oh, but before I did that, actually, I was allowed to draw a card. Does that change my opinion? Because this says, until the beginning of your next turn, when you take damage, you may redirect it to another hero or henchman in any location. Now, this action is kind of useless in solo because there's no henchman and there's no other heroes. So if I redirect, I'll just redirect to myself. So it doesn't really matter, but I'll play this card instead then. So that's that. So then for my second action, because I'm going to be playing 3 cards before he activates again. So I'm going to use one of these 2, because like I said, I don't want to use too many of these. There's 12 of those, by the way. So it says here, Gifted Strategist, reveal the top 2 cards of the Master Plan deck. You may either put one at the bottom of the deck and place them, or place them back in any order, which is nice. Or Ironheart, you may discard 1 action token to do 2 damage against a single target in your or adjacent location. Now, that's not very good because there's only 3 thugs there. It's way too far. So I'm going to use him so I can move around. So I can also use the previous card's action, not the special effect, but before I do anything, I'm going to reveal the top 2 cards of the Master Plan deck and then decide. So this one makes him go clockwise 2, so he would end up there. He'll put 2 thugs there and there, which means it would overflow, so that's a bad idea. He would go 5, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'd arrive there, and then it's actually fine. He would not overflow anywhere. So I'm going to put 2 at the bottom of the deck and leave the 5 where it is. So now I know he's going to end up here. So that's fine. So I can move and I can do something special. So let's see. Because the fact that there's no thugs out there is kind of annoying because it makes these 2 kind of useless. And also this one. But when I play a supporting hero card, I can forfeit all of its action and special effect to gain 2 tokens. Now, of course, it doesn't apply to here because I already used the special effect. But I could ignore her special effect to get 2 tokens and then complete this or somewhere else. So I'm going to go here, United Nations headquarters. And so that's my movement. And then for this, I'm going to put 1 token down. That's the end of my turn. I'll reveal this. And that is Spider-Man 2099. Accelerated Vision, reveal the top card of the Master Plan deck. Not really necessary because I already have it, but I am, however, going to choose him, but I'm going to ignore his actions and everything else. I'm just going to get 2 tokens, which will be 2 of these, which I will then immediately use here. So I finish this off. Okay, this goes away. I'll put it here for now. You never know, it might come out. And then I'll put this one here. Then it says at the end of the turn, you may relocate 1 civilian from here to any other location. It's not really necessary at the moment. So I still have 1 move that I can do. I think I'll move back. Oh no, he's going to come here. So he's going to do 1 damage. So that's not a good idea. I'll just go up here. Okay, so that's the 3 done. I reveal a new card. And that new card is Mighty Thor. So 3 damage against a single targeting location. That's all very nice, but there's, I mean, if I go there, it would be nice. Okay, reveal a new one. So it's, of course, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He arrives here, and then bam! But there's no thugs here anywhere, so nothing happens. And then he will place thugs. So 2 thugs here. And 2 thugs there. Okay, so then it's my turn again, and like I said, I have to play one of these cards first, so I'll reveal this. This is actually very nice, and this is still activated as well. And I have this one too, but it's not very useful at the moment. So I'm going to play this one. So I can move and then add 2 heroic tokens. So I'm going to move up, or maybe I should move down. I'm going to move down. No, I already did this. So or I can just add 2 heroic tokens and then move. Because there's a danger of overflowing, but most likely it's going to move. So actually I'm going to go here anyway. It says here, starting my turn there, must ignore 1 action symbol at the bottom of hero cards this turn. That's kind of annoying. So I don't really want to go there. So what I'll do is I'll put 2 tokens down and then just move one spot down. So 2 tokens because of this and this. And then move 1 spot down. And then I can play again. In this case, I will do Mighty Thor, so I can take care of those 2. And then move back and put a star there. Maybe. Or if I do the Loki one, then I can move. No, that's not really. Okay. Oh, I'll do the Loki one. Oh, well, I'll draw a card first. So I'll do the Loki one. So that means here I'll punch 1 out. So he goes here. Then I'll also save 1. So it's here. Then I'm going to move up. So I already saved 1, punched 1, move 1 up, put 1 out, and then here, boom, done. So that's another one here. This one's gone. So at the end of my turn, you may draw 1 card if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, which I don't, or discard 1 card to gain 1 token. I'm not going to discard any card to gain a token. Although if I discard, I'm actually giving up life to get a token. I'm not going to do that. So no, I'm fine. So a new card is revealed. I think we're most definitely going to get overflow because the left side of the board is horrible. So move clockwise to the next location with the most thugs. So it's all the way up here. Up. So then, bam. All right, so it's actually good. He only moves 1. So he just goes up 1. And then he places 2 civilians. So he only 1. So he fails, so it's +2. And then here there's going to be 2. There you go. All right, so that's, yeah, because the BAM where he is actually applies. If there's no civilians there, add 1 civilian. So here we go. Okay, back to me then. I have to use a regular Loki one. I can punch, I can save people. So I'll choose one of these, so I can also, well, I have to draw a card first. Next villain turn, when the Master Plan card is revealed, you decide which location tile the villain moves to, ignoring the movement instruction on the card. So I'll do that. Okay, so now I have these 3 tokens, so I can save, punch, I can do a bunch of things. Okay. All right, where I am now, I will save 1 person. I'll move down because of this, and I'll punch 1. Okay, and then at the end of the turn, I can relocate 1 from any location to any other location. So I'll relocate this guy to here, because if I can choose wherever he goes, I can like put him here, and then he will not overflow anywhere. Okay, so that's the first one. Then the second one will be from here. The punching, like I said, is kind of useless at the moment. If I want to use Mjolnir, it's also not very useful. Okay, I'll do Ironheart, and I'll forfeit her punching. I'll just get 2 tokens, which will be 2 heroic tokens. So I will move here, use the 2 heroic tokens to save 2 people, because the moving is because of him. So I'm all about saving people at the moment. All right. And actually, well, my scepter I could add 2 and then remove 2. That's actually good in combination with Mighty Thor, potentially. So it's Spider-Man that comes out. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their BAM is cancelled and the token is discarded, which is really good. But I already have that I can choose where to place him. I guess I could combine both. That means I can move and punch. Okay, I will move and I will punch. So I move here, punch this guy out. And then I use this stun token to him. Yeah. Yeah. And actually I'll use my scepter. So I'm gonna put 2 of these guys here. And then do 2 damage over here. So these guys are gone. Trying to keep all these kind of like level so I complete them all roughly at the same time, but we'll see. Okay, these I'm gonna move down here. Oh, I revealed this too soon. So I made the game a little bit harder for me. Okay, well, it is what it is. It's too late now. Okay, so here we go. There's something that was not clear to me. According to what I've read online, the storyline is supposed to be endless, right? But then I've seen people play where they just, every time they have like 4 cards, they remove it, put it away. I guess you could do that because there are actions that say, for example, is it here? No, this one. It says you may swap any 2 of your face-up cards in the storyline. I guess you can just go through the deck and then swap them. I guess it doesn't matter where they are. So I could just put it like this. Also, if you're wondering why it's not sleeved, it will be sleeved eventually. Okay, so we're here. They play a new card. So 4, but remember, I can decide where he's going and the BAM doesn't happen. So basically I'll put him here. So the 2 villains, oh, I just moved myself. Oh, sorry, I was here. He goes here. So 2 are put here and 2 are put at the top here. There we go. And that's his turn. That's me. Oh yeah, reveal. It's another Mighty Thor. Same thing, you punch out 3, which is good. But I can't use it yet. So I'm just going to use a Loki. I have to draw a card, of course. I will not use this. Just put this here. And then for my second action, I'll use a Mjolnir. So 3 hits in my location. So boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. That's done. And then I can move and do a special action. So I'll put another one here. Actually, I'm going to move. No, I'll put another one here and I'll move up. And then see what comes out. Oh, Talons and Fangs. That's actually really good, but not where I am now. I mean, I can move, which means I can move and then hit twice because of his action. And then move again. But hitting twice is not that good for me right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Loki. I'm going to move down with this move and then activate this to put a heroic token. So these are all gone. This is finished. And this one comes here. So now I'm very close to making him vulnerable and being able to attack him. But it's his turn again. Oh, I'm supposed to draw a card for this. But it doesn't really change my because I only have 2 cards left here. So it's getting very dangerous. It's very, very close. Okay, so he doesn't move at all, but he will bam. So he's going to take these 2 away, which of course backfires. And then he goes down to 7. This goes away. And then he will place people. So a villain and a civilian here, which is fine because I removed a lot of them there. But here it's not fine. In his spot, he'll do 1 villain. And here he'll put a villain and a civilian. So the civilian can't fit. So he gets +2. So he's at 9. Not the end of the world. And there's no bam areas. So it's fine. Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but it's just a mosquito just died. Okay. So bam. All right. So these cards can go. And these can move to the side. Get rid of this one too. Okay, so now I really need to make it work. First of all, I have to start with a Loki. I'll use the scepter because it says I either get a heroic token or recharge my scepter equipment at the end of your turn. Recharge your scepter equipment at the end of your turn, so that's what I'll do. I do have a punch and I have this, so I can move somewhere and punch. But actually, it's not that good because I can't reach anything to punch. So I think I should go to TVA headquarters. So I'm just going to do a move. A move and put a special thing out. There we go. Then second turn, I need to use one of these. I need to use 2 of those and stay away from my own cards, actually. So I'm not going to use Talons and Fangs, but I'm not going to use Talons and Fangs. I'm going to get 2 tokens, which will be these 2. I will use them and complete this. Boom. And then I still have 1 move left from Loki. I think I'll go here because this is all stuff that I need. Oh, this is done. So now actually, whoop, this is gone, finished. So now he'll act immediately because it's after 2 hero cards. So he'll move clockwise to the location with the most villains, which will be with me, which is of course bad because he bams, which means he does 1 damage to me. So I get rid of the damage Loki, but it goes to the bottom of my deck at least, so the card is not gone. Okay, so he does damage to me, then removes this one and this one, which scores him 2 points. He's at 11 now. And then he'll add 2 thugs here, which will overflow, so +2, so he's at 13. And he'll add 1 thug here, or 2 thugs here, sorry. Okay, so that's his move. He moved clockwise to here, where there were the most. He removed 2 of them, and then put all those out. That's fine. Then now it is my turn. I'll play this so I can punch and move. Oh, no. I'm going to do this so I can recharge my scepter. So I punch, which means this one is here, which means this one is gone, and I can now actually punch him, which is nice. I guess could I just flip it over? No, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so, which is nice. And then I still have a move, but there's no really point in moving, so I'm just going to stay. Oh, as opposed to draw a card, actually. Okay, so I just stay and I recharge my scepter. I'll also see what comes out here. It is Iron Hearts. Distribute 1 move and 1 punch token from the pool among heroes. Well, I'm just gonna full on hit him, of course. Look. 3 + 1, so 4. So I'll hit him for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he loses 4 health in 1 go. So only has 1 health left. But now it is his. Oh wait, and then but using my scepter. Okay, and then I can move. Sorry, I can move. But I can't use my scepter in any of those places because they're too full. Okay, I'll just stay where I am then. We'll see. Boom. Cosmic Hellfire. So first of all, he moves 3 spots. 1, 2, 3. So he's there with all the people. Deal 1 unpreventable damage to each hero, then add 1 to every location. Wow, okay. So I'll put this one here. Problem is he ran away. He's pretty far. Oh, and this one actually came out, which is 1 heroic action. So he's there. He adds 1 to each location. So that could be horrible. So let's start here. 1, 1, 1. He's going to get +2, 1, and he's going to get +2, so +4. So he's at 17. And I am there. And I'm going to have to do something. So I'm only over there. I have to play one of my cards, so I'll flip it over. I'll do this. I only move once. This will allow me to move twice. So, still not enough, but 1, 2. At the end of my turn, if there's at least 1 other hero in this location. Oh, but I can win. Using your turn. Add 2 thugs in any location and perform 2 damage in any other location. Yeah. Boom. You're gone. You're dead. Bye-bye. Ugh. Okay. I think I roughly played this correctly. Yeah, I won. It was close. But I prefer playing it like this. This solo mode is cooler. Like when you have to combine those decks, especially because I like this one, where you play a supporting hero card. You can forfeit all of its actions and special effects to gain 2 tokens. Actually, you're gaining these tokens, right? But then they're wild, so it doesn't really matter if you take these tokens or these tokens, because I always use them immediately anyway. Yeah, so pretty cool. Obviously, I'm not playing with any challenge cards or whatever, and this is supposed to be the weakest one of all of them. It's pretty straightforward, because if I look at the card of Doom, it is way more complicated. If you look at the difference, special rules with all those tokens, overflow, villainous plot, heroic goal. Yeah, he also has Purple Man that comes along with him. So yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm still kind of like a beginner, but it was fun. And yeah, that's it basically. I think this is a pretty easy game to play. Like I said, if I did everything correctly. But yeah, I can imagine if you play, well, I know if you play in the beginning, there's still a couple of stuff you always have to keep an eye on. Like for example, the text here, or where you finish, and don't forget to do the bans on those cards as well. Things like that. But yeah, I think it's cool. The characters' powers are cool. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to actually using the promo box more, because the base box here only came with 6 heroes: Black Panther, Shuri, Mighty Thor, Ironheart, Loki, Spider-Man 2099, and Captain Carter. So yeah, anyway, this is a Cosmic Ghost Rider. There's Maestro, there's Immortus, there's Emperor Doom. So I will definitely be playing against some of these other guys in the coming weeks with a combination of heroes. I'll also check out Maximum Carnage, see what's going on over there. And yeah, there's definitely more content coming when it comes down to that. All right. Okay. So I'll stop here. My name is Joachim. Always will be. So many games till time. And I'll see you next time. Bye.